What is going on, guys? Thank you guys so much for joining me right here on Outside the Brand. It's time for your Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage post-show review. I hope you all had some great eats on your Thanksgiving yesterday, and I hope you guys celebrate with your families and had a very, very great time over wherever you may have been enjoying your Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys had some great deals on this wonderful Black Friday. It is Friday, November 26, 2021. I'm your host, Phil, and this is Outside the Brand. Guys, to pretty much sum it up, on this episode of Black Friday edition of Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage, they decided to give us a very, very small discounted episode of both shows tonight. It was a very discounted version of both shows. We got it on a discounted rate at this point because these shows were very questionable, to say the very, very least. I mean, if SmackDown ended in probably one of the worst ways possible for all of us Jeff Hardy fans, and on AEW Rampage, even though we saw some damn good wrestling on tonight's show, let's just say there were some questionable decisions made on Rampage tonight. Riho is now going to be facing Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in a future AEW Women's World Championship match. And I'm just not happy. I'm not. Listen. I hope to God that Riho is not going to be the one to beat the Doctor for the championship whenever that championship does change hands and whenever this championship match does eventually happen. But yeah, the last time we saw this kind of a thing happen, Abaddon lost. So pretty much everybody thought, oh yeah, well, since this is pretty much the exact same ordeal, Riho's just going to take the loss here. But no, she fucking won somehow. And it was by roll-up, of course. So there's that. It was just very, very questionable. And the thing is, I'm not taking anything away from Riho. I think she fought her ass off tonight. I think the match was honestly really good. But Britt Baker should just not be losing right now. And they just had her lose on a random episode of Rampage here in Chicago. So there we are. But guys, we're going to be going over everything that happened tonight on today's show and on SmackDown as well throughout the night. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to Outside the Brand on your very late Friday night, turning into the weekend. So thank you guys so much for joining us here on Outside the Brand. Make sure to continue to support the channel in any way you possibly can. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. You guys have no idea how much it actually helps this channel and just pretty much our way of growing, so to speak. Continue hitting that subscribe button. The last time I checked, we were only 7 subscribers away from 300. So since we're on that road to 300, let's continue that ride and get us to that 300 mark as close as we possibly can get to it. Turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. If you've missed anything on the channel over the past week, you guys can check it all on the homepage of the channel. You guys can check out our Monday Night Raw review, our amazing conversation with Anthony Murray on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and where his Universal Championship reign can go from here. It was an amazing, almost 2-hour conversation about the Tribal Chief. Also, our AEW Dynamite review is waiting for you to enjoy if you may have missed that as well. follow us on social media. All of our TikTok links are down in the description below. And by all, I mean every single one of the OTB members, and even the ones that could not make it here tonight. Everybody is down there in the description. That way you guys can go follow us on TikTok and contact us no matter where you want to go. Also, if you want to listen to an absolute banger, as I always put in the description, it's the MFN Right remix by Loft and Bash. You guys can listen to that at any point in time. You guys can go to the playlist section of our channel, and you can click on OTB Music, and you can find it right there, or just go to the link in the description, and you guys can listen to it right then and there. We are actually 3 subscribers away now from 300, so thank you guys so much for that. That is absolutely awesome. Continue to support it in any way that you can. You guys won't regret joining us here as an OTB family member. It's going to be a very, very fun ride. We're just 3 episodes away from 100 as well. That is just an amazing accomplishment. So thank you guys so much for joining us here on OTB. That's enough me shilling the podcast. Guys, what's been going on? How are you guys feeling? I know it was not the best night tonight, especially heading into the weekend. But how was your Thanksgiving? How was Black Friday? And did you guys make out any good deals tonight on this Black Friday, even though the shows did not go in the way that we all wanted to?
What's going on, man? Thanksgiving yesterday, you know how it is, man. Straight up grub, 2 full plates of food, leftovers today. So Thanksgiving was a banger, like always. Didn't do any Black Friday shopping or anything like that. So I'm good on that. But SmackDown, man. The only thing I know from SmackDown was that it was like 10 to 11 commercial breaks in total today, because we actually counted them. We actually counted them in the live stream. So, yeah, man. SmackDown was commercial mania tonight. That's what SmackDown was. So, that was the only thing I know about SmackDown. And of course, the big thing that happened with Jeff Hardy. We're going to get to it. As far as AEW, I was shocked at one of the results, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get to that too. Phil, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so let's not waste any time. Let's get into this review. Go ahead, Loft.
All right, what up, y'all?
Chat's been blowing up, huh?
Yeah, I just turned it off. My bad.
Sorry.
Thanksgiving was cool. You feel me? I don't really do Black Friday shopping. I'm not a big shopper, but that was cool. The day was cool until I got to the show, and I usually love SmackDown. SmackDown is usually the best part of my week, but this was one of the most angering things I ever saw in my life. Rampage made me smile because Britt Baker lost, and I laughed. Just one big Santa Claus laugh, like aha. I know Rio's not gonna beat her most likely, but I would love for Thunder Rosa to be the one to beat her, but we'll talk about that soon.
Thunder will beat her. It's all right.
Yeah, but yeah, Jeff losing probably that I'm still burning up right now, because that is one of the most irritating things I've ever seen in history watching the finals tournament. God, I want to scream so bad, but I'm in the process of losing my voice, so I can't scream. But trust me, I'm screaming inside, and Yeah, I'm not a happy man right now.
Well, since we're all not really in the happiest of moods tonight, we're still going to be giving you guys our all here on this podcast, as we always do. But guys, like I said earlier in the actual intro of this video, we got a discounted version of both shows tonight. None of these shows really tonight were up to par as to what we usually get here on Friday nights. I mean, it's mainly just the booking decisions that got us this heated tonight. I mean, you had the Battle Royal, which really just proved, not only to me, but I hope to everybody here, that this roster. Oh, I think we got Santa in the chat, guys. We got Santa in the chat. What the fuck? Merry Christmas, Santa.
Yep, I was about to say, you already know it's officially Christmas time. Day after Thanksgiving, Santa Claus shows up.
Santa Claus shows up on our chat. But yeah, tonight the booking was just not it. We'll get to the Battle Royal, because the Battle Royal just legitimately showed everybody here that this roster for SmackDown is probably one of the worst rosters that SmackDown has ever really had. I'd say within the past 5 years. This entire roster. I mean, you had Mace in this Battle Royal to determine the number one contender for Roman Reigns and Universal Championship. I mean, that's just simply not it. I mean, you got guys like Ivar and Eric in there, just a random tag team in there. Like, well, what? And Drew McIntyre. I mean, yeah, Drew McIntyre was not in the Battle Royal, but he's one of the top guys on this show, and yet you don't have him in that Battle Royal. You didn't have to have him win, but you just leave him out of the Battle Royal to put Eric in there. That just makes no sense to me. They're very, very questionable decisions, but we're just going to get right into it, guys. And let's just figure this out. We start off the show tonight with Roman Reigns, and I mean, as we usually do. I mean, it's not really that difficult to figure out that Roman is probably going to be starting the show or ending the show for the foreseeable future until something happens to his Universal Championship reign. We have Kayla Braxton in the ring, and she's welcoming the crowd to tonight's show. Braxton says that the rumors are spreading about Brock Lesnar's suspension, and before she can even say more, the Universal Champion Roman Reigns comes out and is accompanied by Paul Heyman. Heyman takes the mic from Braxton, and Heyman says, "We don't do rumors on the island of relevancy." Heyman says to Braxton that Braxton wants the spotlight to herself with all these rumors. Heyman tells Braxton to report on facts next time she's out here with the Tribal Chief. Heyman tells Braxton to leave the ring, and Braxton does, and an angry look on her face. Reigns says rumors are giving losers false hope, and compared to him, everyone is a loser around here because he has beaten them all. Roman says that Lesnar is the number one loser and that he doesn't care about rumors because these are the facts. Reigns calls Big E a loser after he defeated him at Survivor Series. Reigns says management is getting desperate and creating this battle royal for the number one contendership tonight. Reigns says that he's the best of the best and he's your tribal chief. Reigns says that when his days are done around here, the whole world will acknowledge him. It's Roman Reigns saying Roman Reigns thinks. It's not really anything too difficult to understand. Everybody in Roman's mind will acknowledge him when his championship reign is done. And while his championship reign continues, this Battle Royal was to determine the number one contender for him tonight, and pretty much saying, hey, at this point, we're just trying to book anybody against this guy because legitimately we have booked him against every top guy in this company, and he's gone through them all. So why not let's just put Eric in there to see what he can do. Like, it's Roman Reigns being Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I had an idea which I thought would make sense, but I already know WWE wouldn't do it. But my idea was have a SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Put Roman against the top 5 dudes on SmackDown: Drew, Jeff, Sheamus, Sammy, probably Cesaro or Ricochet, whichever one. Maybe Happy Corbin. I don't know. But put them in an Elimination Chamber match. That will hold. Like, I don't care if Roman wins or not. Maybe, yeah, he'll win, but have them do something to hold off until you get to Roman and Lesnar. Because, like, we already know Roman and Lesnar is happening. Obviously, they made the announcement tonight. But, like, do something to hold him off instead of having, like, a dumb battle royal to determine the number one contender, and then I don't know. It's all over the place, and it seems like WWE is like just constantly running out of ideas, and they're trying to come up with something. And the stuff that they're coming up with, doesn't make sense at all. So, yeah, like I don't know. Go ahead, Loft.
First of all, I want to say I'm sorry for your loss, Phenom. I see the chat all saying giving their condolences, so I'm sorry to hear about that. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, my man. I'm sorry for that. Stay strong, my man. Please.
Yeah. The beginning of this show was just regular Roman Reigns stuff. We talked about this on the last podcast. I'm very much bored and irritated with Roman Reigns right now, so it is what it is, I guess. I don't know what happens from here. We know Brock is coming back next week, so there goes that. They're probably gonna fight. I feel like 2 more times before Brock goes wherever the fuck he goes when he's not wrestling. But
back to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Saskatchewan. But yeah. It was good to see Kayla Braxton in the ring. I'm always happy to see her. that was good. They acknowledge her.
I mean, yeah, we'll acknowledge her all night.
You ain't lying.
Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre in this random ass tag team match against Happy Corbin and MadCap Moss. First of all, I have to say, Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre is probably one of the weirdest pairings for a tag team I have ever fucking witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird.
It's just, I don't know why they're pairing them together. First of all, Drew McIntyre is not a tag team guy anymore. Second of all, just beneath that now, Jeff doesn't need to be in a tag team. So the only way that I would actually accept Jeff in a tag team is with his brother Matt, and that is not happening for a long while now. So you don't need Jeff Hardy in a tag team. You definitely don't need Drew in a tag team. So why the fuck was this a thing? They face Corbin and Moss tonight on the show. And we return live with Corbin hitting McIntyre with a cheap shot on the apron to isolate Hardy in the heels corner of the ring. After a double knockdown, Hardy is able to make the hot tag to McIntyre, hits a neck breaker on Corbin, and Corbin counters the Claymore to hit a deep six and covers for a 2 count, which was honestly a very cool spot. It was a very good cover. Moss is tagged, and McIntyre dodged a lariat and hits a Claymore. Hardy tags himself in and hits a Swanton bomb to cover for the 1, 2, 3. So Claymore into the Swanton. It's pretty cool. McIntyre and Hardy get the win here, as they should have. And it was just a pretty decent tag match to start the show. I'm just happy that we got to see Jeff and Drew on the show tonight.
Yeah. Like you said, Phil, this was like a super weird tag team thing, but we already expected them to win anyway. So, because they were in Jeff Hardy's home state, so
that's not necessarily true though, because usually people lose in their hometown. So this was actually a pretty rare phenomenon.
We're going to get to that.
It was a pretty weird phenomenon.
We're gonna get to that, but yeah. As far as the tag team match, it was alright. Like I said, still a weird pairing. It was a couple of cool spots. Of course, Jeff with the Swanton, and yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, I did a thing.
I could give a damn about this match. I don't care about Happy Corbin and dumbass Moss, whatever the fuck. Jeff and Drew do not need to be in the
that should be his name.
Yeah, I'm happy Jeff got the win, but then they said no, fuck you, right? Like 2 hours later. So whatever. I don't care about this dumbass match.
We come back from commercial break. Well, no, not a commercial break. We come back from commercial break with another match, but backstage, Paul Heyman walks up to Kayla, interrupting a conversation with Aaliyah, and Heyman asks more about the rumors about Brock Lesnar. Heyman says that Lesnar is hiding behind this suspension because he is afraid of Roman Reigns. We come back from commercial break with a match between Ridge Holland with Sheamus in his corner, pretty much on commentary, really, taking on Cesaro. Match is very short, and honestly, the wrong person won here. As usual. The match begins with a walk-up, of course, and Cesaro hits a right hand and then a running uppercut in the corner. Sheamus distracts Cesaro, allowing Holland to take advantage with a slam followed by a lariat. Holland hits a body slam, then covers, but breaks the fall himself to hit a series of punches on the mat. Cesaro gets a quick roll up for the 1, 2, 3. Way to establish Ridge Holland, Vince. God damn it. Like, bro. Come on. You want to establish this new partnership with Sheamus, and then all of a sudden you just have him lose. Fuck it. You know what? We're gonna put you against Cesaro. We're gonna put you against Cesaro, and you know what? You're gonna lose by roll up. This is gonna be some good shit here, Ridge. You're gonna get over. You're gonna be pushed for SummerSlam. No, you're not. You're gonna get released in like 2 weeks. Go home. This shit sucked.
Hey, Phil,
What are you doing?
Hey Phil, I ain't gonna lie, you did Vince McMahon better than Loft. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't start with me, Nate. Don't start with me.
I'm sorry, Loft. I'm sorry. I know that's your stick.
That's his shtick, but I was like,
that's your stick. But
That was very good, Phil. I ain't gonna lie.
He just hit that one on the head. My God, bro. Claps in the chat, bro.
Phil's
Claps in the chat.
amazing.
Give this man an Oscar.
I want you all claps for Phil. He's fucking amazing.
Thank you,
Phil
Josh.
McMahon.
Phil McMahon. You're gonna get pushed for SummerSlam.
Phil McMahon.
But yeah, man.
I haven't done that voice in a while. Now my throat hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. Feel the burn. Damn it. Calling me
Feel
a
the burn.
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
God. But yeah, y'all know how I love my fruit roll-ups, but I agree with you, Phil. Rich Holland should have won this instead of Cesaro. Like the match was pretty decent. It's just that Rich Holland lost. So I don't know. Do we see like a continued storyline with Cesaro, Sheamus, and Rich Holland, or do they go after someone else? Or I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's it.
Man, this is terrible. I don't care about Rich Holland, and this made it even worse. He's the next step to get released. I'm not even like, I don't want to put like bad energy on Bull, but damn, he doesn't even look like he's supposed to be there. They throw him together with Sheamus, and it doesn't look right. He has no character to him. The crowd doesn't care. The crowd was hot for a lot of different points in this night. They weren't hot the whole show, but different parts they were very hot for. And this match was just like blah. Like it seemed like they didn't care. I understand why they didn't care, because Rich Holland has no character beyond Sheamus at this point. So he's gonna be Sheamus' little lapdog until Vince says, "Yeah, it's time to go." And it doesn't look like he's on the road to success at this particular moment. It could change, but it doesn't look like it at all.
Told y'all this was a major reach in the draft from the start, and nobody believed me, and now look at where he is. Lost his first match on SmackDown. I can see things when they are going to happen, people. You need to figure this shit out. You need to think in the mind of Vince here. I've been thinking in the mind of Vince for 11, 12 years. I know when shit's going to go down. It sucks because he was okay with Pete. So what the fuck happened between Pete to Sheamus?
I don't know. Honestly, I still think Rich Holland should have stayed in NXT, or they should have had Rich Holland stay in NXT. But then again, he probably wouldn't have been doing nothing down there either. So I don't know.
He would have been stuck with Pete too. So
yeah, he would have been stuck with Pete. So I don't know.
People are like, "Oh, Phil, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be perfectly fine on SmackDown." What do you mean? He's ready. You can tell by this match that he wasn't. Well, listen, I don't take anything away. His wrestling skills tonight against Cesaro, not bad. Like, he's not bad in the ring. It's just, in the mind of Vince McMahon, you gotta think, most likely, in almost any kind of scenario, when somebody's paired with somebody, you're going to lose your match. I mean, Karrion Kross is a perfect example. He was great in NXT. paired up with Scarlett the entire rest of the way, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you pretty much go to SmackDown, you lose your partner, and then you lose your first match. And now, in this scenario with Ridge, you had a partner in Pete Dunne, you lose your partner in Pete Dunne to ultimately have a new partner in Sheamus, and you lose your first match. You just go from partner to partner, and then you lose your first match. It's in the writing. Guys, you're spamming my name in the chat. What's going on?
They did it to me already. They're waiting
Do
for
you guys know
Nate's
anything
to go
about
next.
this?
They're just chanting. I think you're over. Nate's next.
Do you guys?
Yeah, they don't like me
Oh.
because I said
Okay.
yeah, they don't like me because because I said that I wasn't a fan of Christmas, so they hate me right now.
Oh, boo, boo, boo!
Oh, boo! We're just trolling. Oh, okay. Well, I thought you guys were actually making something happen, and now here come the Nates.
Yeah, bring it on, man. Bring it on. Heel Nate turn. Heel turn for Nate.
I thought something happened.
Nate the
Guys, like,
Grinch.
come on now. And now Josh says Nate the Grinch.
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. MJF Nate.
Hey, yo.
Nah, you know what? I take that back because MJF got killed by CM Punk the other night. So.
Oh, damn.
R.I.P. in peace. We come back from commercial. Drew McIntyre is talking to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville and says that he should be in the Battle Royal tonight. Deville says, listen, we don't have the finalized list for the competitors yet, but when we do, we'll let you know. And McIntyre says, I'll be waiting. First of all, how do you guys not have the finalized list yet? It is currently probably at least 8:30, 8:40, so you guys still haven't had the entire script ready for SmackDown tonight? That doesn't shock me. And second of all, when it comes to Battle Royals like this, you should know who the fuck is going to be in this match. That to me just made no fucking sense. It really didn't. You should know. But then again, I'm just a 23-year-old guy that doesn't know shit about wrestling, right? Right?
Yeah, same. I'm 25. I'm gonna say, Laws just turned 21. 21.
This is ridiculous.
21.
Josh is hitting me with tomatoes. Yes, sir.
There's the tomatoes.
Yes, sir.
But in all seriousness, though, guys, I mean, listen. If you don't have the Battle Royal set up yet, then just don't fucking have the match. Like, you guys need to know who the fuck is in the Battle Royal so that you guys can actually, I don't know, figure out a fucking winner. So the fact that they did not even have have that part of the script figured out yet, that just does not shock me. And it's like 8:30, 8:40.
Great. I was like, come on, Phil. You know that's like crazy playing, man. You gotta add some excitement and some, a little bit of flavor to it, man.
What do you mean, bro? Like, you always gotta know who the fuck is in the match. Fine, you don't have to know the winner yet, but just know who's gonna be in the match. That way you don't look like a fucking idiot saying, oh yeah, I don't have the finalized list yet. What do you mean?
Nah, that's too boring, man. You gotta keep people on their toes.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm later on in the night, Caleb Braxton was like, oh, look at that, you got the final list, Adam. You mind sharing some of the names on this list? Then he's like, yeah, and you know what? I'm actually gonna go post it on the bulletin board, like you're fucking posting a bulletin at the board in your fucking high school. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're just making an announcement. Here you go.
Oh, no,
Post it on
ass
the
who made the
board.
basketball team ass list. What is that?
Yeah, like you're legitimately making the announcements for first team and second team for your high school basketball league. Like what are you doing?
Varsity neck ass list. That's stupid.
Like,
I'm gonna post it on the door. No, tell the journalist lady. Like, what are you doing?
yeah, like, tell the journalist lady.
Go make this Google Doc, and I'll get right back to you. No, stupid.
Google Doc.
He's like, no, I gotta send this to my manager. No, you fucking don't. Like, just she's right there.
Oh man.
Stupid. You're the general manager. Like, you're legitimately the general manager. You don't have to send it to your manager. I don't even think the general managers have managers.
It's just Sonya.
It's just Sonya. Come back from commercial break for a Thanksgiving leftovers throwdown. Now, whatever the fuck that is, it's just the fuck.
What kind of name is that?
bro. You can keep going, Phil. I get to it.
And the thing is, Cole over here, when the match is actually going on, he's like, oh, and don't forget, Pat, these are Thanksgiving leftovers. We have no idea how long these things have been out of the refrigerator. The fuck do you mean?
It was yesterday. What are you talking about? Who made that up? Hey, tonight we're gonna have this match. We're gonna call it Thanksgiving leftovers. It's just gonna be Angel and Boogs.
Angel and Rick Boogs, like
going crazy with the leftovers with the cranberry sauce on the table. I want to know who set that up because that joint looked like perfectly placed. I'm like, how did you set that up in 5 minutes? I did not see that many commercials for y'all to set up 2 full tables of nut-ass leftovers.
And the thing is, the next segment, which we will get into, the tables weren't even taken apart yet. We'll get to that. Whenever it comes to holidays, it seems like matches like this just have to happen. So this is just obligated to us every single holiday. So our obligatory WWE holiday theme match begins with Angel hitting a quick drop kick. And Angel tries to throw Boogs into a plate of ham onto the table outside, but Boogs escapes. And guys, here's the thing. I'm just reading what it says here. So this legitimately happened on the show. I'm not making any of this shit up. Like, it legitimately happened. So back inside the ring we go as Angel locks in a chin lock. Boogs powers out and hold and slams Angel with a gut wrench. Boogs hits a power bomb and covers for a 2 count. Humberto distracts Boogs by playing the guitar. Yeah, and Nakamura runs and slams Humberto through the table he was standing on. Angel hits a wing clipper and covers for the 1-2-3. So Angel picked up the win here. Cool. I could care. Who the fuck cares? What the fuck is happening here?
I'll say this real quick, Phil. So you have a Thanksgiving leftover match. You got both of the tables set up beautifully. With the cranberry sauce. You got the dressing, the sweet potato pie. Well, I don't know if it was sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, whatever, pecan pie, whatever, man. You got all that food sitting out there, bro. And nobody used none of the food. Nobody dunked nobody head up in the cranberry sauce or nothing. Nobody got hit with a bowl or something. Like, bro, what was the point of having what was the point of having all of that out there if you're not going to utilize the food in the match?
Like, for the next segment.
Bro, I'm not talking about the next segment.
I know, but that's exactly what that was used for the next segment.
I was about to say it was only two pies that was used for the next segment.
Exactly. Oh, this was just for the next
bro.
segment. It didn't matter about this match.
That got me heated, bro. I was about to say, I don't know if it was just me, but that got me heated.
So stupid.
Man,
So stupid.
This is stupid. I don't understand the purpose of having the fully dressed tables out there. Like Nate said, no one did nothing. No one got a face full of cranberry sauce. No one got their head stuffed into the turkey.
No mashed potatoes were harmed in the making of the video. Like, bro.
I ain't seen nothing. They just had the tables out there. It happened at the end of the match, but I didn't care at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Only cool thing about this is Angel Garza's finisher. I love his finisher.
Yeah, I love the wing clipper. The wing clipper's cool.
Everything else was just, why am I watching this? I can't wait for the Christmas cage match or something stupid next around Christmas.
Oh no, it's gonna be the Miracle on 35th Street Fighter, whatever that tagline is called.
Oh god.
Fuck it. I have to look it up now because I don't want to fuck it up. Miracle on what?
Miracle on 54th Street.
Miracle on 34th Street Fight. See, I said 35th. I was close. I was one off. Miracle on 34th Street Fight. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I don't know against who. It's probably gonna be against the same exact people. It's probably just gonna be Shinsuke versus Humberto, the Walking L, but we'll see what happens.
He said the Walking L.
Commercial break happens, and then we are back live with Michael Cole in the ring, interviewing Charlotte. So just great television as always. You guys don't. I hope you guys can tell about my sarcasm because Charlotte is just not good on TV. Please. Charlotte says the only thing that she is disappointed about is the poor officiating in her Survivor Series match. Charlotte says the only way Becky could beat her was by cheating. She says Becky's success is due to her meaning Charlotte, and Charlotte calls herself the most dominant woman in sports entertainment. Charlotte is interrupted by Toni Storm at this point. And by the way, they changed Toni Storm. I think they changed Toni Storm's music. Is that what she had the last time? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't know if that's exactly what she had.
It threw me off for a second, but when she started to come out, it was. I recognized it, but the beginning did sound a little bit different. I may be tripping out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that this was the music that she had the last few weeks. So they could have changed it, or maybe I'm just fucking up and I'm just tripping balls here. But she comes out anyway. I mean, she is the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So, of course, she's going to have her match at some point. They just continue to not do it, as always. So Storm says that Charlotte lost to Becky just like she predicted. Charlotte says that she barely even knows Storm exists. And Charlotte says that she is on a different level. You want to know why you don't realize that Storm exists? Is because this is probably only the second time in the matter of the year that she's been on SmackDown. So that's why. Charlotte tries a cheap shot, but Storm dodges and throws Charlotte out of the ring. Storm rolls out of the ring, and Charlotte throws a pie in the face of Storm from the earlier Thanksgiving leftovers throwdown match that was still set up around ringside. So like I said, they were using all that food just for this segment. And that was it. Toni gets humiliated again. And when we have this match for the SmackDown Women's Championship between Toni and Charlotte, I can't expect anything more from what we're gonna see. So I'm just preparing for another Tony Storm loss at this point. Because she's owed a match for the women's title. So she'll get it. It's just going to be a loss.
I don't know what to say. I have no idea what to say. Tony, I would love the scenario in which Tony Storm beats Charlotte, but probably not. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't get it. I don't know if they're trying to do the whole embarrassment angle of Becky making Liv almost cried and Liv popping her fucking mouth off, but they try to do the same embarrassment thing here, but Tony didn't get her get back. She's got 2 Boston cream pies to the face, and then segment over, commercial by Pizza Hut. Like what is this? Why am I watching this show? It's 14 commercials after I just saw Tony Storm get a Boston cream pie to the face twice.
Man.
And Charlotte just walks off like it's cool. Like, okay, yeah, Raw.
Commercial mania. That's what it was, bro. That's what it was tonight. Commercial mania.
Smack commercial.
Man. Smack commercial.
Stupid.
SmackDown, the commercials all on our faces.
Man.
Friday night Smack commercial. Everything. Oh, why do they keep showing that same Taco Bell commercial with the damn Doja Cat song? If I hear that song one more time, oh my god, I love the song. But but if I hear that commercial one more time, I'm going to hurt something. Why do I have to keep hearing it? I don't like the song. I keep hearing the same time. No one goes to Taco Bell. No one wants to hear that song. I'm not gonna walk into Taco Bell. Oh, I heard the Doja Cat song. Give me a chalupa. Like, no. God. Damn commercial, dog. Showed it 14 times tonight. 14 in a 2-hour show. How much advertisement did Taco Bell pay for?
Thing.
Get into it yet? No.
No, I don't want to get into it. Yeah.
Get off of it. Damn it.
Like, I already hated that song on TikTok, and then now they put it in a commercial that I gotta watch like every single night. Like, man.
Right after doing previously on Raw commercial. No, I don't want to see previously on Raw.
Raw
I don't
rebound.
care what happened on Raw. I watched the bullshit. Barely. I don't care about that.
You know what, Styles? Yeah, we're going to talk about that right now because it's not actually in the notes right here. Xia Li has been coming soon for about 2 months now.
Yeah, where's she coming? Like, hello?
Bro, like, like, I think I said this on the podcast, like, either last week or something, but like I said, bro, like, with all this waiting and stuff, I feel like Xia Li is going to be the next one to get released. Like, in the next batch of releases, I think Xia Li is going to get released. And I'm scared. I don't know why I feel like that, but with the way WWE been doing these releases and stuff like that and hyping people up, and then next thing you know, boom, released. So
Xia Li is still going to be coming soon in the year 2023 at this rate.
It said 3,800
in year 3089. Like 3,890. Oh wow.
That's funny.
But guys, like, and honestly, me, I'm not even going to be shocked if that happens. I'm going to be telling you guys about a little note I have for this battle royal. Trust me, from what you're saying right here, it goes along with what I have in my notes here about the battle royal. So stay tuned. But Loth, I mean, Xia Li has been coming soon for like the past 2 months. She got called up during the draft. It's not looking good for Xia Li. It's not. See, he's so pissed off about it is that he just doesn't even want to answer.
I said Loft probably left. Probably went to the bathroom or something.
No, I'm right here. I was just thinking. I didn't know what to say.
Oh.
I have no idea what to say. I was always told if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna think, because if I say words,
we'll move on.
Oh, man.
Sasha Banks and Naomi take on Shayna Baszler and Natalia. Why? We're back live with Naomi hitting Natalia off with a hip toss. Baszler tags in and hits a cheap shot to take out Banks on the apron. And Baszler locks in an ankle lock variation and stomps on Naomi's ankle. Natalia and Baszler hit a double suplex, and Natalia covers for a 1 count. Baszler tags in and again works on the ankle with a submission, and Naomi breaks free and crawls to the corner, but Baszler takes Banks off the apron, and Naomi hits a sunset flip into a cover for the 1, 2, 3. So Sasha Banks and Naomi did pick up the win. Sonya Deville was on commentary for this match, very annoyed with Pat McAfee, when Pat McAfee was just trying to do his job. And yeah, she was very, very upset that Sasha Banks and Naomi won.
Pat. So this is another reason why Pat is one of the greatest commentators of all time. This dude asked Sonya Deville on commentary. He said, "Hey Sonya, why do you suck at your job?" And I started dying laughing. I'm like, did he really just ask her that? And of course she didn't answer. And I'm like, did he really just say that? I had to rewind it. I'm like, did he really just say that to her? Oh man, but man, Pat is the good. But as far as this match, I could have swore that that we were gonna get like Sasha versus Shotzi, but I guess that changed. So I don't know.
No, I think that feud is over now. I think.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was confused because I'm like the way that they did Sasha at Survivor Series, I for sure thought like it was gonna be like a Shotzi and Sasha feud again or something like that. But I don't know.
Sonya was like, I seriously don't even know how the heck Michael deals with you every week. And Michael's like, yeah, I kind of just tune him out at this point, Sonya. He's like, oh, well, I guess that's a skill I'm going to have to learn because he's just so annoying. He's like, well, welcome to the show. And I'm like, what? What are you even saying? We're like, okay.
Man. Oh, Pat is
welcome to the show. We've been on the show for almost an hour.
Pat is hilarious.
Well, speechless again, y'all.
Half the show was just no thought in my brain. It was just static. Like Pat was being amazing, so that brought me some happiness because he's freaking awesome. But I as soon as Sasha went back there and had the interview with damn, what's her name, Sonya.
Yeah,
they about to make a whole tag team match with like someone like fucking Natalia. Next thing I know, Sonya's like, you know what? I just thought of this, Natalia. Like, no, you didn't just think of that. Stop putting Natalia on SmackDown. No one cares about Natalia. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not going to put Natalia in an actual meaningful feud, don't put her in these random tag matches. I don't understand. She's an amazing wrestler still, Still, she's been in the company for so long. No, we ain't doing that because she can still move better than half the roster. You put her in there with some of the, she can move better than half the roster. So we are not doing that.
That's true.
Her character just puts her in really weird places because they don't know what to do with her, and it makes me very annoyed with her. So I don't feel like seeing her in random tag matches, but she doesn't need to be in. She could be in a few where she's trying to be that veteran that wants to take all the young talent down. Like, you can do a whole golden shovel thing with her, but no, they want to put her in a tag match that Shotzi should have been in. I don't care if the feud's done or not. If you want to do the tag match, you put the people that are most relevant to the feud, not just a random freaking Natalia, you know. So I don't get it.
Just another questionable booking decision by WWE. Moving on, backstage with the list of tonight's Battle Royal. And he says, listen, I'm just going to post it right outside my door on the bulletin board, just like your first team and second team in your high school basketball league. Moving on, Drew McIntyre tries to look at the list, but Sheamus stops him and says, hey, fella, there's no easy way to say this, but you didn't make the cut, fella. And he laughs and then walks away. And then Drew McIntyre, we just see a close-up of Drew McIntyre, and it's legitimately getting closer to his face with an angry look on that face of Drew McIntyre. First of all, I don't need to be that close to Drew McIntyre's face. Second of all, I was actually on the kind of side of Drew McIntyre here. Out of all the people, you leave Drew McIntyre out of this rumble. Fuck it. It technically is a rumble. You throw him over the fucking top rope. You leave him out when he's one of the top guys of the fucking company. But you put Eric in there. Great job.
Well, you put Shanky.
Shanky. That's a better one. That's a better one.
Bro, in all honesty, bro, I thought Shanky was gonna win it.
Oh God.
I can't even keep a straight face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dude, you're almost about to get fired for that shit. You did not say that. Tell me, he did not just say that. Shout out to you, Booker.
Man.
Tell me, he did not just say that.
Oh man. Bro, it was between Shanky and Mace for me, bro. It was between Shanky and Mace.
Yo, you need to pause. You need to chill. You need to.
What is going on?
I think you might be legitimately on crack, because if the top two contenders for you in this battle royal were Shanky and Mace, you must be on crack.
Oh man.
Yo,
come on, Phil. You know that would make SmackDown interesting, bro. Two super underdogs, bro, that don't get utilized.
Underdogs. Okay. One is legitimately the second coming of Great Khali. Second one, I don't even know what to fucking call him. Like, bro, he's just.
Bro, look at what Corbin said. Corbin said that would be lit, bro. Come on. You gotta listen to the people.
One of them's the second coming of the Great Khali. Second of all, the second one got F5'd by Brock Lesnar through the fucking announce table years ago, and then joined Retribution to never fucking make his return again. What the fuck are you guys on?
I hope everybody know that I'm trolling. I just wanted to add a little spice, you know what I'm saying? Oh man.
There was one winner here and one winner only, and we didn't get that tonight. We didn't.
That was stupid. I got released due to budget cuts. Josh, you're funny. Yeah, man. Like
if you were being serious, yeah, you would have been released due to budget cuts.
Oh man, but yeah, I thought it made perfect sense. I'm like, okay, we're in North Carolina. Drew McIntyre's not in here, so it's only one rightful winner, and that is Jeffrey Nero Hardy. And it didn't happen. So I don't know. And now
the
we're
final
getting
four were Sheamus. If I'm getting this right, please tell me. And if I'm getting this wrong, you guys can tell me as well. Sheamus, Ricochet, Jeff Hardy, and Corbin. Those were the final four. Well, the final four that we knew of
in
the match. Yeah. That we knew of.
I knew that Sammy wasn't out because I was like, okay, he slid underneath the rope. He's outside the ring. You're like, oh, yeah, it's only four. I was like, y'all forgot about Sammy outside the ring. So as soon as Jeff Hardy won, I was like, Sammy about to come up in here and do what you gotta do, and he did. And yeah, Sammy is now the number one contender. But Brock Lesnar is coming back next week. Oh my God! Wow, what's gonna happen? Yeah.
So the final three: Sheamus and Corbin were trying to team up to eliminate Hardy, but then Corbin eventually betrays Sheamus and eliminating him, and Hardy runs up and eliminates Corbin. Hardy is announced as the winner and then celebrates on the top rope. Sami Zayn, who was never eliminated from the match, runs up, knocks Hardy off the top rope, and eliminates Hardy, and your winner is Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn and his character, don't get me wrong, but Sami did not fucking deserve this. Like I said earlier, usually in hometowns, you fucking lose. So when Jeff Hardy won his first match with Drew McIntyre in that tag match with Corbin and MadCap, I was like, yeah, this is a fucking anomaly. Like, holy crap, somebody actually won in their hometown. And then the first name on that fucking list was Jeff Hardy. So I was like, okay, well, Jeff Hardy could possibly win 2 times tonight. And honestly, looking at this list, he's legitimately the only right winner here. So I'm like, all right, we can definitely do this, and this is the perfect opportunity to have that one final last run for the World Championship with Jeff Hardy. So let's do this. I'm down. He wins the match, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, never mind. Fuck you, Sammy. And he just tosses him over. So, in a way, the prophecy comes true, and you lose in your hometown. This shit sucks. And I'm telling you right now, listen, we don't have this pay-per-view until January 1st. If this match between Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns does not happen during the weekly shows, then listen, I think the match has to happen on the weekly show, because the only one that makes legitimate sense is to have Jeff Hardy at day one. You gotta do Jeff Hardy at day one in some way, shape, or form. You have the story right here. What I want them to do is have this. It's not gonna happen, because I'm putting it out there to the universe, and Vince is gonna see this. He's like, yeah, nah, we ain't gonna do this, Chief. But what I want them to do, you need to have some kind of story going on saying, hey, listen, Sammy was on the outside for the majority of the match while I was in there working my fucking ass off to win this thing. I did win this thing, and then Sammy all of a sudden could just come in and eliminate me right from there. Like, No, like, give me a fair fucking shot. And then they're probably gonna say, well, all right, Jeff, you kind of have a good point. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have you versus somebody versus somebody versus somebody. Fatal 4-way, winner gets the shot at day one. And if Jeff Hardy does not fucking win that, then I legitimately don't know what the fuck to do. Jeff Hardy has to be one of these guys to go up against Roman. He has to be. Because he's legitimately the only guy left, other than Drew. So I put it out there in the universe. It's not going to happen now because I said it. But that's exactly the way that it should go. And if it doesn't happen that way, then WWE is making a real huge mistake. Because everybody loves Jeff Hardy. And now that Jeff Hardy is so beloved by everybody, if you guys can't fucking see it, then what is he even doing here? Just wasting his life away. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
You good? You good?
It just makes sense to do it that way.
I really ain't got much to say about it. I just want to hear what Loft got to say.
Yo. This wasn't the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why they insist on doing this to people like Jeff Hardy. He gets the loudest pop out of a lot of people on the show every week. You're in North Carolina. The crowd was on his side for the better part of the match. And I saw Sammy go through the middle rope, and I was like, yeah, he's going to come back eventually. I expected him to come back right when Corbin and Sheamus were doing their thing for those few seconds. The only thing about this is that even if Jeff did win the Battle Royal, they were still going to go with the Brock thing. So I don't even see Sammy and Roman having their match. I think Brock is going to come back and just say, I'm Brock, you suck, and Brock and Sammy are going to have a one-off match on SmackDown, and Brock is going to take the championship away from Sammy, and then Sammy's going to start crying conspiracy again. Because
Brock could happen, yeah.
That's the only way I see it. I mean, it could happen in a whole different kind of way. That's the first thing I thought of. So I was like, in my head, as soon as Jeff, I was like, wait, even if Jeff did win, they would just have Brock beat Jeff next week, and I would have lost it even more.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you have this, you have the opportunity. First of all, it was stupid anyway to have Drew not in the Battle Royale in the first place, because he's obviously one of the stars you want to have fight Roman anyway, because they like pushing him for some odd reason to the moon, so whatever. But by the way, they're pushing him towards the wrong championship. But anyway, it seems like they are just waiting for the high point, and people say, "Oh, maybe they're planning for something higher with Jeff." They did this 3 major times: Extreme Rules, Survivor Series, and tonight. They get Jeff right to the brink of winning, and then they take it right from you, right when you think you're gonna win.
Unless Jeff wins the fucking Royal Rumble, I don't see where you guys are going.
Look, that's my last hope, because if he doesn't win the Rumble, then it's up, because there's no other point in having him, or if they do Elimination Chamber, which I'm not even sure if they're doing that this year. If they do that, because Jeff seems to be like amazing at Elimination Chamber, so yeah. But I don't know why they insist on throwing Jeff to the wolves like this every time the crowd gets on the side. Sami Zayn's a great wrestler. I'm not taking anything away from Sami Zayn, but if you told that crowd to do what we used to do when you get the text on your phone, text 444 for who you want to fight, Roman Reigns, all those votes are going to Jeff Hardy. Sammy might get like 5% of those votes. I'm not going to lie to you. As good as Sammy is, his character is a go nowhere character. Jeff is over just because he's Jeff, and insist on not taking advantage of that. So the only thing you can do is have Jeff maybe win the Rumble, but they probably won't do that because that means they're doing something that makes sense. So they're probably going to go some other odd direction. Day one's going to be stupid. They're hyping up day one like it's going to be the next coming of WrestleMania. Day one's going to be stupid. I don't care if it's a triple threat between Roman, Brock, and Drew, whatever they do. Roman's going to win, lol, and then we're going to go on to the next thing. It's just stupid. I don't understand how you ring the bell and say Jeff Hardy wins and then ring the bell twice. Sonya literally used that same logic a few weeks ago when Naomi won the match and then they called the match back. How do you ring the bell? After the bell is rung, that's supposed to be the final result. You can't win the match after the match is over. Even if Sammy wasn't eliminated already, why would you ring the bell and turn Jeff's music on? He gets on. Why would you even do that? They've done that before. Someone goes under the ropes and they eliminate him. Then he celebrates and they're like, "Oh wait, no, he didn't win yet." Then nothing happens. They don't turn the music on. They don't say, "Oh, he won." Why are you saying that? Just for Sammy to come out of nowhere and knock him off the turnbuckle in the crowd.
I guarantee you that was just a tug at all the Jeff Hardy heartstrings. I guarantee it. Because everybody sees the love for Jeff Hardy and they're just doing it just to do it. Like Locke said, this is not the first time we've seen this kind of thing happen in Battle Royals. This isn't. We've seen somebody win. And then they're like, "Oh no, they haven't won yet. Somebody didn't go over the top rope." And then we've seen this happen. So it's just a tug at our heartstrings.
I don't know why they insist on doing it. I don't know. I don't think if they get like some kind of enjoyment out of it. I don't know.
Oh, they do.
Jeff winning the Elimination Chamber or the Royal Rumble, it doesn't seem logical. I would love it, but I just jumped up out of my seat thinking Jeff won. And I turned back at the TV and Sami Zayn's just celebrating. I'm like, what happened? What happened in those last 10 seconds that I got up and did a 360? Like, what happened? I've never. I don't know why this show is progressively getting worse when it was better than Raw, but now they're just starting to make Raw decisions and they think they can just save it by just having subpar wrestling for 1.5 hours and then put Roman at the beginning at the end of it and say, "Oh, that was SmackDown. Oh, next week you want a good show? Let's bring Brock so he can do Brock things." And then it'll probably be a great show next week. I'm not going to say that Brock doesn't make the show better, but Raw wastes 3 hours of the show putting matches that we don't care about in terrible segments, and SmackDown just puts Roman and Brock at the beginning and end and puts subpar wrestling in the middle. So both the shows are just weird and terribly ran. Even Roman's promo tonight, as cool as good as it was, 'cause I do like Roman's character. He didn't say anything we don't know. I'm the head of the table. I'll smash everybody. Brock Lesnar, acknowledge me. Exit stage left. You know, they had an opportunity to get some people to actually like this show tonight by having Jeff win something. Because he was just winning one-off tag matches and matches with Sami Zayn to get into get into a Survivor Series match, which he ended up losing at the last moment because they like putting Jeff at the cliff and then just pushing him off. So someone said it was probably like the 2008 thing where Jeff just consistently lost and then he won at the end, but this is a totally different company from what 2008 was. 2008, They actually cared about the viewer at some point. They don't care about anything at this point if his name's not Roman Reigns. So now we're just going to have to wait and see, because even if Jeff won, even if Jeff somehow beat Brock or whatever Jeff got to wherever, even if Jeff and Roman had a day one match, Roman would have won. I would have got mad and we had to move on from there because it's the same monotonous bullshit every week. So
if we get Brock and Roman at day one, just to get it again,
like I should care about that.
Yeah,
Roman's gonna
like
win
nobody's
again.
gonna care. Nobody. Keep in mind, nobody would care if it's Sami Zayn versus Roman at day one either. I mean,
oh God, that'll be even worse.
Yeah,
like Sami is.
as good as Sammy is, even Olaf has to know Sammy's not the guy to beat Roman. And I know Olaf says, well, yeah, you're like, whenever somebody says that, you're just not giving the other talent a chance. It's just not happening. Roman and Brock is inevitable. Drew McIntyre and Brock is inevitable. That's actually happening at the Rumble, as far as we're still aware of. That's still penciled in at this point. Like, it's not. See that? Yeah, it gets to the point where we're just gone now, but it's not it, and it was just a bad show tonight. And now we gotta talk about another decent show in AEW Rampage. Rampage tonight had its ups and downs. Normally I'd have the results right here, but they actually did not post them. So I just have to go by memory. The first match of the show was Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, dang it, you didn't do it. The Undisputed Era. They took on the team of Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta. This was honestly a very good match, and I have to say, Wheeler Yuta impressed the living fuck out of me tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Orange Cassidy's always great. Adam Cole is Adam Cole, so I mean, it's Adam Cole, baby, and Bobby Fish. He's a great talent. So you knew you were going to get something great tonight, and this was a great tag team match. From top to bottom, this was some great in-ring action. And at the end of the day, it was Adam Cole and Bobby Fish winning with a Avalanche Falcon Arrow by Bobby Fish, which looked beautiful. And they got the win. Pretty good match.
Yeah. Good match between the two. Like you said, Phil Wheeler Yuta. Yeah, he impressed me too. Didn't know much about the guy, but as far as his in-ring ability, he showed that tonight, and he did a fantastic job. Fantastic spot at the end of the match with Bobby Fish and Yuta with the Avalanche Falcon Arrow. That was beautiful. And yeah. Like I said, great way to start off the show. So it was a good match.
Now we're only going to go over the matches of Rampage tonight because, like I said, they usually have it posted on ringside, but they don't this time. So I'm just on Bleacher Report, and they only put on the matches. So if you guys want to know what Bleacher Report gave it as a grade, they gave that match a B. Not bad. Britt Baker and Riho was next. And honestly, this match was really good. I felt Riho was serviceable in this match. If she won, she would get a future AEW Women's World Championship opportunity. And the thing is, guys, she did. She won. She ended up just pinning Baker out of nowhere with a surprise roll-up. and she now gets a future AEW Women's World Championship opportunity. This was a good match. Like, I don't take anything away from Riho, and I obviously don't take anything away from Britt Baker. Britt's fantastic, but this was just not the right way to do things. Last time we had this kind of match, it was Abaddon in the trick or treat match, or whatever the heck it was called. Abaddon lost that because this was also for a future AEW Women's World Championship shot. So when we got this match announced, pretty much almost every single person that I've talked to thought that we were just going to get the exact same result. She was just going to lose. We were going to have a great match, but we were just going to see Riho lose. And that was not the case. Riho won. And I was just completely shocked. What were your thoughts on this match? I mean, this was a good match, but I mean, I don't think really anybody saw Riho win this thing here.
Yeah, it was just as shocked as you are, Bill. Like you said, the match was good. We all expected, Britt Baker to hit the lockjaw or something on Riho to end the match, but Riho won with a fruit roll up, and yeah, she won. So I was surprised too. I'm like, wait a minute, Riho just won. So yeah, she's getting a title match down the line now. So it is what it is.
I guess they're just really trying to make this underdog story for Riho, and it obviously, and the thing is, it obviously worked because people were fucking behind her tonight. They were behind her tonight. So, and honestly, that really shouldn't be shocking. That shouldn't be shocking to really anybody because everybody loves Riho, mainly just because of her size and how everything has been going for her in AEW. They got all the results on the AEW website. Thank you, my man. I mean, they have all the notes here too, like on like what happened on the match, and they even have like an analysis of what happened. But it's all right. We'll just continue doing it this way. Eddie Kingston took on Daniel Garcia in the main event. Very good match. Eddie Kingston's great. We all know Eddie Kingston's great. Daniel Garcia and 2.0 have been getting on the nerves of Eddie Kingston for weeks. At this point, the way that they set this matchup was Daniel Garcia and 2.0 just threw coffee at Eddie's face, and that's pretty much saying, hey, fuck it. I'm challenging you to a match on Rampage, and that's exactly how we got here. Very good match. At the end of the day, Eddie Kingston did pick up the win here. And at the end of it all, while Kingston got the win, 2.0 and Garcia beat down Kingston to end the show, but not so fast, as Jericho runs down to make the save from the commentary booth. And that's how Rampage goes off the air with 2.0 and Daniel Garcia running away with Jericho standing tall while Kingston's still laying down dead on the ground. Because in wrestling, when you lose, you have to play dead. He was playing dead the entire time. Jericho making the save. There you go. That's how you end Rampage. I guarantee you at some point, probably on either this coming Rampage for next week or on Dynamite this Wednesday, we'll have some kind of match between 2.0 or something like that versus Kingston and Moxley and Jericho or something of that nature. We know we already got a lot of matches confirmed for Dynamite tonight. And we even got a match for the TNT Championship confirmed for next week's Rampage between Tony Nese and Sammy Guevara, which should be a really good match. So hey, I mean that's how Rampage ended. It was a solid episode of Rampage, but the fact that Britt Baker lost, I was kind of heated after that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all right, Phil. It's all right.
But yeah, I mean, Kingston's great. It's just this random feud between 2.0 and Garcia. So we'll see what happens. I just hope they have something for Kingston soon, because they can't just be doing these random feuds with some random ass tag team. Well, technically trio against somebody like an Eddie Kingston. Like something has to happen with Eddie down the line.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah, hopefully they find something with my man's. It seemed like since they had since Moxley went into rehab, they haven't really had anything for him besides the CM Punk thing. That was just a one-time thing. So it seemed like they're like scrambling to find something for him, and yeah, I don't know. So hopefully they find something good for him to hold him off.
And that's it, guys. That's it for your AEW Rampage and Friday Night SmackDown review right here on Outside the Brand. I guess Loft was really only available to do SmackDown tonight, or maybe the Jeff Hardy situation got all of us heated. So I'm not even blaming Loft for leaving during the show. It's perfectly fine. He's okay. We'll all make sure of it. Trust me. This company has gotten all of us in a very foul mood as of late. But we're still here. We're always going to be here. Continue just to support the channel in any way that you can. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, and as far as I was aware, we were only 3 subscribers away. And if we were able to actually hit that landmark by 300, by 100 episodes, that would just be absolutely amazing. So just continue to tell your friends about us as we continue to grow here on this channel. Continue to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Follow us on social media, and make sure to listen to the MFN Right remix by Loft and Bash in the description below. That's all we got for you guys here tonight. You have anything else to say before we get the hell out of here, my man?
And y'all have a good night. Thank you guys for joining the podcast tonight. SmackDown was kind of butt cheeks. AEW was pretty decent. I can't wait for that Tony Nese Sammy Guevara match though.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a real good match. But other than that, thank you guys again for joining the podcast. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night. In the words of Loft, do your homework. It's Thanksgiving holiday, so y'all don't have any homework. But drink some water. Say you love your loved ones. Tell them that you love them. What else I'll say?
Put your left sock on.
Yeah, put your left sock on. Yeah, put your left sock on. Your t-shirt on.
You have your shirt on, Josh. That's a good job. That's a good man.
All that stuff. All that stuff.
It's just thank you guys so much for joining us here. We did hit the 10 threshold, so thank you guys again. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. and we'll see you guys on Monday for an episode of Raw. So, I mean, it should be as fun as watching paint dry. So we'll see. And actually, no, fuck that. Watching paint dry is actually more fun than Monday Night Raw.
Hey, Phil, listen, I did not want to watch Raw Monday, but since I saw that Edge is coming back, I gotta watch it. That's the only reason. Yeah.
Wait, when the heck was that announced?
They announced it on the commercial during SmackDown.
Oh, I didn't see it. I was probably getting my food at that time. But yeah, guys, we'll see what happens. I mean, heck, I just found out Edge is coming back, so I guess I have to watch it. But then again, I don't even know what the Monday Night Football game is looking like, so we'll see what happens there. Thank you guys so much for coming by. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.